As Naruto sat in the Hokage office, making discussion and conversation with Sakura, they would be surprised as the door opened and Sasuke would come stepping through, having returned from his recent mission to the Kaguya dimensions. "Sasuke, you're back so soon," Naruto said with a smile. "I had a bit more trouble than I was anticipating. Figured it was best to get back with you as soon as possible." "Trouble, you say?" Sakura would ask him. "Yeah. I encountered some unsettling individuals in one of the dimensions I explored." "More of them," Naruto said. "Like Choneri?" "It seems like it. More Otsutsuki." "Hell, this was to be expected," Sakura would say. "Can you tell me anything about them?" "Well, they have particular fighting skills and abilities. They seem to be in possession of both Byakugan and Rinnegan. They have the ability to absorb ninjutsu and using various forms of magic, as well as other strange and arcane techniques. They seem to have affiliation with this Kaguya Otsutsuki, although it doesn't seem like they're on the friendliest of terms. Kaguya. We've been reading up. There isn't much documentation about a Kaguya Otsutsuki. There are a few things, but they're rare and obscure to say the least. I was going to go on another excavation journey, Sakura would say. I believe checking out the ruins towards the southern border might yield some results, but still, there's no telling what we'll find, if anything at all. But from your experience, Sakura asked both Naruto and Sasuke, when you said you came into contact with the Sage of Six Paths, did he tell you anything about Kaguya? Well, outside of the basics, Sasuke said, he told us a brief history about the world of ninjutsu, about the tale of his sons and how he and his brother Hamura were birthed from a woman known as Kaguya Otsutsuki, who eventually became the original Ten Tails that we fought in the Fourth Great Ninja War. But thankfully, we were able to stop Kaguya from being revived via Black Zetsu, and we were able to cut it off at the pass a lot sooner than they would have anticipated. But even so, if Kaguya has enemies from other dimensions, other Otsutsuki, then there's no telling how many of them there are or when they'll come here. You think that this is their primary target? Naruto said. Most likely. From what I've been able to gather, the Otsutsuki are looking to create more chakra fruits. And in order to do so, they have to use it by the power of the Ten Tails. Which means that in all likelihood, when they arrive, you might be the first one they come after. Remember, the Nine-Tailed Beast originally made up the Ten Tails. Yeah, and the Akatsuki were trying to gather them all up into the Ghetto statue to use the Ten Tails' power once again. I'll make sure I get in touch with Scara and Killer Bee, and as well as getting in touch with any of the other tailed beasts to make sure that they stay alert. That'll be for the best, Sasuke said. Currently, we only have 3 Jinchuriki and 6 tailed beasts without a host. Safe to say, if the Otsutsuki are as efficient as I fear they are, then collecting them won't nearly be as difficult as it was for the Akatsuki that time around. You're right about that, Naruto said. Don't want another situation of that magnitude on our hands again. I'll try to call a summit in as soon as They turned to the TV monitor on the wall. There was some news that was taking place, and it caught all of their attention. But for Naruto, it was more of annoyance than anything else. The scientist known as Katasuke, who was the head of Konoha's Science and Technological Department, was on TV doing an interview looking to unveil one of his newest inventions. "A friend of yours," Sasuke said. "More of a pain in the ass," Naruto said. I mean, I appreciate the work Katasuke does, but he has a tendency to take things way too far. Taking things too far? What do you mean by that? He's been trying to push his new technologies into the ninja system lately. I've had to try to put a stop to it multiple times, but he's always coming up with something. Pushing something new? Tools. Scientific ninja tools, to be more specific, Sakura said. Scientific ninja tools. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie. Only now they're starting to become real life. I think they're dangerous, Sasuke. At least, I don't want to rush it into the general public or anything like that. We're talking about using the power of ninja, or maybe power even beyond that, to just be able to cast powerful jutsu without training for it. If that sort of technology fell into the wrong hands. Yeah, I see your point. But still, it could be a potential benefit. Knowing what's coming our way, we may need all the help we can get. In the meantime, Boruto was walking through the streets of Konoha with his friends. They were near the downtown area where said interview was taking place. The doctor was known as Katasuke, and he was looking to unveil his newest of creations. He held a device on his wrist, and after placing what seemed to be a tiny scroll inside of it, he merely pointed his wrist to the sky as a massive fireball shot into the air. This is truly fascinating work, Doctor. What do you call this device? I call it the Kota. This is just the first line of my newest products and inventions, and I wish to share it with all of the people of Konoha. The doctor would take center stage. It's been almost 16 years since the Fourth Great Ninja War took place. There were many losses, many casualties among the shinobi world, the 5 great nations, and even the minor ones. We are reminded constantly of the sacrifice of those who came before us, of those who gave their lives to defend the peace and the freedom that we enjoy today. But let me ask you, when will we look to the future? When will we look towards a better means, a way of growing and evolving? As times continue to go and things continue to change, why should we continue to stagnate? There is so much more for us out there, so much more that we can achieve. I wish to bring true power to the forefront of the world, to show that we are capable of far more than what we could have ever comprehended. It seems to me like you're just patting on weapons, you old coot, a Jonin would yell out into the crowd. So what? We start using your fancy tools and then ninja just become obsolete? You're trying to put us out of a job or something? The crowd would begin to roar with mixed signals and mixed messaging and ideas. There were some who were in favor of the growth and of the technology, and there were others who were rather skeptical of what the doctor was trying to push. You said that we've been in peace for so long. Why would we need these new weapons now? Amassing weapons will only lead to more conflict. We need to put those resources into better tools and materials for the future. Now I am thinking about the future, Dr. Kotetsu would say. I'm thinking about all of our futures. Who will protect it? Who will defend it? For your children and your children's children. The Hokage! The Hokage has always stood as a defender of the Hidden Leaf Village. Do you not have faith in him? I have faith in the Hokage, Dr. Kotetsu would say. But what about the Hokage that comes after him? Or the one after that one? How long will you put all of your faith in just one leader? Hokages die, in case you forgot. And Lord Seventh will not always be here forever. Nor will he be able to foresee every threat that could potentially come our way. I bring you the scientific ninja tools. Something that will allow even a mere commoner to defend his home. As the crowds were beginning to become frenzied, with Shinobi looking to keep the peace, Boruto and the others watched as Naruto would arrive, Sakura following close behind, and Sasuke, he was just watching from a distance. The people started to chant for Lord Seventh as Naruto tried to get things calmed down. "Katasuke," Naruto would say to him, "you're kind of getting the people riled up right now with one of your little speeches and your presentations. Look, I understand what you're trying to do and I appreciate that, but don't you think you're just trying to stagnate me, Naruto?" "What?" "Stagnate, like you always do. I understand that you have respect for tradition, and believe me, I truly respect that about you. But you're holding Konoha back." "Holding it back? What are you talking about, Katasuke?" "I'm talking about Konoha's future. I want to unveil my technology, unveil my revolution at the Chunin exams, and that's what this is about? You started all of this fuss and racket, all because I won't let you use your little tools in the Chunin exams. No, the Chunin exams are about displaying one's own natural power in games. These cheapen that. They even the playing field, do they not? Or should we all forget, you yourself, Lord Seventh, are the carrier of the Nine Tails. Tell me, was it fair for you to compete in the Chunin exams with a literal tailed beast?" "I had to master that power, and it wasn't easy. And even then, I've always used it for the right..." "It sounds to me like you're just making an excuse. You see, with all due respect, Lord Seventh, I have the backbone to say what no one else will. The truth that you so-called shinobi choose to hide and pretend like it doesn't exist. The truth is, no man in this world is ever created equal. Whether you be a Jinchuriki, a Hyuga, Uchiha, or come from some noble clan, you're born gifted with advantages over others. And it gets to a point where no one can close the gap. Tell me, how could a young and aspiring shinobi possibly overcome those odds? Sure, there are some, a select few, a very small minority who can overcome all the odds, all the obstacles, and prove that they can hang with the elites. But they are exceptions to the rule. You want the honest truth? You want the God's honest truth? The truth is, most of you shinobi are absolutely pathetic. This only stirred up the crowd even more, as many of the ninja were now starting to become angered, and they themselves didn't even want to hold the crowd back. You hate what I say? You hate that I speak the truth. But it is the truth. During the Fourth Great Ninja War, how many of you so-called shinobi died? Died meaningless, pointless deaths, fighting against a creature you never stood a chance against. That's enough, Katasuke. What? Are you so afraid of the truth? The truth is, even the feudal lords look down upon you, shinobi. Your performance, it's pathetic. Outside of having an Uchiha, outside of having the Nine Tails, none of you are special. None of you are worthy. I am merely doing you a favor. I am giving you a fighting chance to finally stand on par with those who look upon you as their superiors. Or what's the matter? Are you afraid? Are you afraid of the truth, Lord Seventh? Naruto would roll his eyes as he looked to the angry crowd that was starting to form, trying his best to calm down the people. That's enough, Katasuke. I've said no, and that's the end of discussion. We're done here. Naruto turned his back to Katasuke, who simply grinned. Look to your leader, people. Truly, the heart of a coward. A coward with no spine or backbone or resolve. Why? He's so scared of me because he knows that my tools would make his generation look like nothing but amateurs. Especially the generation of shinobi that are raised under your watch. All of their deaths will be on your head, Naruto Uzumaki. All of them, including your boy. Naruto stopped as he turned back to Katasuke. What did you just say to me? Don't get mad at the messenger. Because of how you've raised him, I wouldn't be shocked if your precious son were to be killed in his first deployment of... Sakura immediately stepped in to stop Naruto before he did something he would regret. No need to get testy, Lord Seventh. Or do you just have that much faith, or so little of it? You know that your son just isn't quite up to the task. It'd be a shame if something bad were to happen to him. And what do you mean by that? Everyone in the crowd looked to see that the son of the seventh was standing there. Of course, Shikadai and Inojin were a bit nervous. Naruto, even more so for what Boruto might do, as Katasuke grinned, eyeing the opportunity. I'll be entirely honest. I don't really care about a lot of this. But there's one thing I don't really like. The way you're talking to my father. I meant no disrespect by it, young lord, and could have fooled me. I don't always see eye to eye with everything that my father says and does. But family has growing pains. Still though, you want to talk crap about my father, you want to talk crap about me, I'm standing right here. Your tools, whatever they are, bring them on. I'll break every single one of them. And I'll show you who can last. Is that a challenge, young lord? It's a promise. Lord Seventh, Boruto said. Let him use his tools in the exams. Find anyone you want. Anyone. I don't care. Give him your little tools. And I'll show you who the better shinobi is. Because I'm going to win the whole damn thing. You're mighty confident. I can see where you get it from. What will you say, Lord Seventh? Your son seems to be more of a man than you. He's up for the challenge. Now the people were starting to get riled up. They wanted Katasuke to get exposed. Bring it on then! If you really want to challenge our traditions, put your money where your mouth is. Bring anyone you want. We have faith in the young lord. Let him have his fight. Naruto felt like this was a trap. They were getting suckered into something they really shouldn't. But deep down, even he was down for it as well. All right, Katasuke. We'll accept your challenge. Pick any 3 genin you want. Anyone. And I'll allow them to use your tools in the exams. Now you're talking, Lord Seventh. This will be a spectacle for the ages. It's safe to say the upcoming Chunin exams were going to be the most anticipated in all of Shinobi history. As Sasuke observed from the shadows, he took note of Boruto. Definitely like his father, a real loser. But he only proved his point. The soul of a shinobi will never change, no matter the era. This concludes Boruto, the Sorcerer's Son. What if Boruto was a sorcerer? Season 1, Part 5. As always, if you enjoyed today's video and everything else that we have to offer, then please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that bell for post notifications so you can stay up to date on everything that is PowerCore Productions and Podcastings that has to come out now and in the future. Now, next week, we are going to be moving the Boruto Sorcerer's Son series to the afternoon slot because next Monday morning, we are going to start the final story for Part 1 of Phase 3 of the anime Marvel Fallout saga. Now, I'm not going to spoil what the final series would be. The only thing you need to know is that it's going to be a 5-part Season 1 series that will wrap up and be the conclusion of Part 1 of Phase 3. Next week is going to be the wrap-up. We're going to do the second half of What If Boruto Was a Sorcerer and our new series. So next week, you're going to be getting 10 videos. And after that, we will have officially concluded Part 1 of Phase 3. So I really hope you're excited for the final series that's going to be coming out, as well as wrapping up Season 1 of Boruto, the Sorcerer's Son. What if Boruto was a sorcerer? And we'll be continuing with that next Monday afternoon with Season 1, Part 6. But as always, if you enjoyed today's video, then please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that bell for post notifications so you can always stay up to date on everything that is PowerCore Productions and Podcastings that is to come out now and in the future. But anyway, that's going to do it for the end of today's video. I'm Javon Harrington with PowerCore Productions and Podcastings, signing off, and I'll see you next time.